Has anything changed after the pandemic?
I don't know. It was only an apocalypse.
Apocalypse! Ah! Let's get into the topic. This is Irina. I'm Alina. Welcome to Property Sisters NorCal.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Irina. How you doing?
All right. This is a really fun topic, and I'm completely non-biased here, as you can tell, because... No, I'm kidding.
Listen, I'm just lost on this topic. I have no idea how to choose a realtor.
Well, let me tell you.
If they look good, they're good enough for me.
Well, no, but the first thing is you look at how did they perform last year? I mean, 2020 was a pandemic year, and now it's gonna, go down the history as a year of I don't know what. It's been a crazy year, but it's like a baptism in fire for business owners, really, and just seeking out looking how that realtor behaved or how they did actually that year. I think is very important. Were they able to pivot? There was lockdowns. You couldn't show the properties, or you had to with 7 different steps of precautions of signing multiple pages, PED forms, and then masks and booties and gloves and coordinating, and then all of those steps. And some people didn't do so well, and some people thrived, and they were able to serve families and make that happen. So I think looking at how that specific professional performed that year, I think would be very useful.
By pivot, you mean adjusting.
Right.
Right? I mean,
Right.
It took a lot of people out. That's a good one. Okay. Number 2, give it to me.
Number 2, that person is a trusted advisor and not the salesy person. I think that's your least
the
favorite.
S word.
Yeah.
It's a cuss word in my book.
No,
I really don't
it's
like sales.
It's crazy.
Serving.
That's
Say
right. That's
serving.
the better.
Yeah.
No, I have to say sales because
Blech.
right. I hate being sold, and my policy is I think other people hate being sold, and I think it's data out there. People love to buy, but they hate being sold. People want to buy and sell real estate, but if the agent is salesy and just selling and pushing and shoving down the throat a property that you don't even like, just shy away from that person. I don't think it's a great
fun. Like we're doing it YouTube, you know? We're just giving content that you guys like to watch.
And with that being said, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Click that bell button because you'll be in the know as soon as the video comes up. But to keep going, yes. So I have an example. Some time ago, a millennial buyer. I work with a lot of millennial buyers and sellers.
Like us?
Like us.
Millennials.
And there are those, real estate agents that are older and they feel like parental, I don't know, whatever their approach is. But she felt disrespected when she would show up to see a property and bring her parents along for a second opinion. That agent would end up talking to the parents and not to her, even though she was the one buying a property.
That's a mistake.
Right? And so that's a mistake because millennials right now is the biggest wave of home buyers. And if you feel disrespected by your agent, you should not work with that person because that's your trusted advisor. And if that's how they behave, they don't deserve your business.
Okay, what's 3? Number 3?
You're moving right along. They are proactive, just like you, moving us along.
What's next?
That person, the agent, is proactive. We all know there are systems like Zillow and Redfin and MLS drips that really let you know of properties that come on the market. But some people would just set their clients up on those drips auto reminders and just set and forget it, which is great. But the agent needs to be proactive in seeking out deals and off-market opportunities and keep their eyes out for anything.
And not lazy.
Exactly. Not just wait for things to happen. They actually are ahead of the trends. And the second point of that is that they would give you periodic updates.
Oh,
so
kind of like
as
how
a
it's
buyer,
going.
you want to know, hey, how's the market? Is it falling or is it rising? What's happening?
What if nothing's happening?
I will still give you an update.
Hey, nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening, but at least you're in the know. You know what I mean?
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, because if I don't hear from somebody for a certain amount of time, it's something especially that's important to me, then I start getting suspicious. Hey, I'm forgotten. That's a good point.
Yeah, so proactive. And then big one for me, technology savvy.
Oh.
Alina, do you fax?
Like fax machine?
Right.
What is that? Isn't that like a dinosaur thing?
I saw this meme the other day where it's like, Susan, I don't fax where I live. She's like, it's a meme, and she's like, where do you live, John? He's like, I live in 2021, right? So people don't fax anymore. We use emails, actually, but that's a joke. People still use fax, and that's normal. But that being said,
offices,
right? Email is better, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But like there are various channels of communication. There are like Facebook messengers, Instagram messengers, there's text, there's Zoom, there's Viber, there's so much going on. And if someone is not getting back to you, there's no excuse because there's so many channels of communication. And if they're not, technology savvy, you might be missing out because property might become available here and not there, or, you need to be able to communicate. That's, be on the very edge of where technology is going.
I have an example. Just yesterday, we had a meeting, and it was over Zoom because our client, we got put in touch with a client that is moving from New Jersey to California, Northern California, and she wanted to get ahead and get things started before she actually physically moved to see the property. She was a little overwhelmed, don't get me wrong.
That's smart, though.
We went on Zoom and share screened, and we talked plans, and we're getting a quote ready for her right now. And so technology is huge. It's like we've never met her, but now we feel like we saw each other face to face. And we know like exactly what she's looking for. She showed us her previous kitchen that she's redone. Like,
that's great.
Yeah, technology is.
Let me tell you.
If you ain't using technology, you're a dinosaur.
Yes.
Dinosaur.
Yes.
Unless you're like super famous. We have a contractor doesn't even have an email.
Yeah, I think that overrides it. But you gotta be at that level, and if you're not, there's no excuse. You're a dinosaur.
Yeah. You gotta be like well known.
Like, who do they know? How connected are they? If they have exposure to other markets and they hold relationship between other agents, it's not just one person on the battlefield, it's always a community. And if that person is connected with other agents, they can sell. If it's a very unique property, it will require pre-market exposure, direct marketing to specific individuals who we know, tailored to specific buyer who would be ideal for your property.
You gotta know people that know people.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So
and you need to pick a realtor that knows people.
That's right.
Okay, simple enough. What else?
And reviews and recent sales. I did talk about reviews, but you are able to look up an agent and see how many deals they've done on Zillow. It actually does those cool dots on Zillow map to see how many deals they've done in the past 12, 24 months. But that is actually not that important because if they have all of those things I just listed and they have great reviews, but they don't have that many deals closed, that's not a big deal because they're probably just starting.
Right.
And they're doing great and they're going to keep accumulating those sales. So, but, just make sure the reviews are great. And lastly, and most importantly, Alina.
What is it?
Do you want to know?
Yeah, tell me. Keep him on the edge of my seat.
You gotta like the person. You gotta like working with them. You gotta like their company because you'll be spending a lot of time. You'll be talking a lot. You'll be receiving emails and texts and phone calls and being with that person on showings and inspections and all of those things. That's probably the most important thing because people like doing business with people that they love and trust.
That's huge, but I like that point is last because sometimes you like the person a lot, but they just don't know how to do their job. And that's a problem.
That's
but
a problem.
That likability, they know how to do their job and they're likable.
Yes.
That's the whole cake with the cherry on top.
Absolutely. So let that be a cherry on top. I hope this was useful. Lillian, did you find this useful?
Oh yeah. Well, I already have a realtor. I have multiple realtors.
So that was a review. You do have a multiple. It's statistically every person has at least 12 realtors they know.
Wow.
So use this little checklist to really vet and select and make sure you're in the flow with that realtor. You've talked with them, and just do business with someone that you like, you trust, and who's really good at everything that I just mentioned.
That's what's up. Mention the analytic thing.
The analytics?
Yeah, analytic thing.
The algorithm.
Helps us do the algorithm.
So YouTube.
That's good speech.
Please click a like and subscribe. Help the algorithm because that's how it determines if the video has value and it's going to distribute to other people. So that's my spiel. Are we done?
Yes. Okay. Now let's say goodbye.
All right, you guys. Take care and thanks for watching.
All right. Bye.